I went and spent some time with God. I spent about probably 6 hours just hiking with God. And I was actually frustrated going into this moment because I wanted to give God lots of time, and I wanted to spend lots of time with him all night and all day. And so when I got to my hike, like one of the first things I realized was God's ready to meet with you anytime, anywhere. It doesn't have to be this set amount of time. It didn't have to be that. I had no reason to be frustrated. God wasn't mad. And as I was spending time with God, just hiking, I was like, well, what am I even doing? Like, what am I here for? I know what I want. I want these things to happen in my life. And, I was like, am I going to sit down at a certain spot? What do you want from me? And we came to this spot, and God said, sit down on that rock. And I said, well, what if there's a snake in that hole? It comes up and bites me. Because my mind is always thinking of those things. And he said, just sit down. I said, sit down. So I'm sitting down, and I'm like, okay, what now? He says, just start writing. So I just start writing. And all that's coming to my mind is these words of different areas in my life: money, emotions, work, kids, family, and then all these subtopics. I probably wrote 200 things down that are always racing through my mind, always keeping me from God's rest. And I'm just writing down, and I felt like I just couldn't leave until I was done writing. And so I was done writing, and I'm like, what am I going to do? Make an altar here? And he says, I'm like, well, what do I do with it now? And he says, well, just fold it up and rip it up. Rip it up and leave it here. So I ripped it up and I put it in a little hole where a snake might come out, and I covered it with a couple rocks. All the things just started, I feel like, piling back up. But the neat thing is I don't have to hold on to those things, and God had me throw them down, but I got to keep throwing them down instead of building them up on me, because God's goal for us is to have rest and not carry those things.